everybody, today's video is going to be all about how I achieve a flawless foundation whenever I work on complexion and I'm trying to cover up any redness or texture, pimples. I'm going to give you all of my little tips and tricks. So if you would like to see that, just keep watching. So I'm starting things off by going in with a Boscia and a Smashbox primer. I just take the Boscia primer and rub that stuff all over my face. This is helping to mattify the skin, but also I think it really helps to just keep my makeup on because it's more like a sticky texture. Then I go in with the Smashbox primer, and I think this one is really nice for smoothing over texture altogether. So just to kind of blur some of those spots where I do have some extra with acne and whatnot, I put that right towards the center of the face. Next, I'm going in with my absolute favorite foundation right now, which is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I'm just using a beauty blender and putting that all over the face. Now, I don't go in with any extra. I literally just put some on my hand and dab in with the beauty blender and place it all over my face. Just one layer because it has a great coverage. But also, we're going to use some concealer to kind of take care of any of those extra blemishes. On to concealer, I am using a NARS Soft Matte Cream Concealer, and rather than using a brush, this is the biggest tip that I have as far as using this concealer to cover up my blemishes. I use my finger because my finger actually smooths it into the skin a lot easier, but also it doesn't pick up any of the excess foundation or concealer. So as you can see, comparison side to side right there, just by patting it on, I have already given coverage, and then I'll just blend it in a little bit more like right before I put my powder on. But this right here is one of my biggest tips to give you, is to use your finger to place your concealer on, because it just keeps the concealer on the face and gives all of that coverage that you're looking for. I also use this concealer to kind of prime my eyelids, so I just pat some over the eyes and then take my beauty blender and blend all of that in prior to setting anything around the eyes. I'll just lightly tap underneath and then over on the eyelids to kind of prep it before placing some setting powder over top of it. And then naturally, after you place all of that on, you need a coffee break. So after I've gotten some coffee, I'm going in with my Cover FX translucent powder, and I am just pressing my beauty blender into that and putting it all over the face. And after you finish pressing all of this powder into your skin to kind of set your face, if you need to, like me, then you basically have your complexion base all down. After this, it'll just be to put on your brows and then, or in whatever order you would like to. But if you're like me, you'll put on your brows and then finish your complexion with your bronzer, blush, highlight, all that jazz. Now I've went ahead and put my brows on to skip that part. Another quick coffee break. And now I'm going in with the Anastasia bronzer in Rosewood. And I'm just using a small little contour brush to keep everything nice and concentrated. And I am using all kinds of small circular motions to just buff that into the skin. And my biggest tip as far as blending in bronzer to create a really smooth finish is to just continuously use really small circles to blend in the product. I swear that always works for me. So little small circles to buff in that powder. Next, I'm going in with some blush, and this is another tip I have for a super soft finish. I actually just started doing this with my blush, and that is just dabbing it in with my beauty blender and pressing it onto the apples of the face. And that honestly just really helps to make it a smooth and flawless finish. To top it all off, I'm going in with my absolute favorite highlighter, and using a fan brush, I am just feathering that over the top of my cheekbones. I'm also going to put some on the very top of my nose and the little tip of my nose, over my brows just to add some highlight above there as well, over my cupid's bow, and then also just a bit on my chin just to add a little bit of light everywhere that the natural light will hit it. I like the fan brush because it just makes a super natural look. And then of course right at the end I just spritz some setting spray on and you have now got a flawless complexion. Alright everybody, so I went ahead and finished up, completed my eyes, put on a lip color, and this look is now finished. So of course the main video was all about working on complexion, covering up redness, texture, pimples, all that jazz. But of course, if you want to see a look on this eyeshadow right here, I would be more than happy to do so. Please just leave me a comment down below and I will definitely make a video about this. As far as lipstick, I'm wearing one from NYX. It is their Liquid Suede and this is in the shade Kitten Hills. And I also have some Huda Beauty lashes on and those are Samantha number 7, which I love. These are some of my favorites. Anyways, if you liked what you saw today, please give me a thumbs up down below. And of course, if you want to continue seeing when I put new videos out, please hit that little bell icon as well, and that'll notify you every time that I put out a new video. And if you have any questions about any of the little tips that I gave you today or any of the products that I'm using, please feel free to ask me down below and I will definitely get back to you. And if you really liked what you saw today, please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.